Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Taco, and today we're back with another video, and the season is almost here, and with every NFL season comes awards. The NFL honors who's going to win the offensive rookie, the defensive rookie, the comeback player of the year, the coach of the year, the offensive player of the year, the defensive player of the year, and of course the MVP. Those are the 7 awards that we are going to be going over today. I'm going to give you my 5 finalists, and then out of those 5 finalists, who I think will win the award. So let's get right into it. Starting off, we have Offensive Rookie of the Year. My 5 finalists: Cam Ward, obviously the first overall pick in the draft. Heading into a situation, he's definitely going to be the starting QB in Tennessee. He's going to be a problem. Ashton Genty, we all know about the explosiveness, just the ability that he is able to play with, to possess, and to use. Tet McMillan, 8th overall pick, going to step into a great position, being the wide receiver 1 in Carolina for a young quarterback. We know the talent he has. Matthew Golden, such an explosive player, heading into most likely a wide receiver 1 role in Green Bay. Let's see what he can do in it. And then Tyler Shough, hey, this is a starting quarterback. Maybe if Cam Ward struggles a little, Tyler Shough's most likely going to play 17 games. He plays good. Genty doesn't have a ridiculous season. He does what he needs to do. Maybe the Saints surprise us a bit. He could totally be there. With that being said, I think that my answer is obvious, and my answer is Cam Ward. Yes, he's the first overall pick. Yes, we don't want to see it. He's looked pretty good from what we've heard in camp, things like that, which I don't put too much stock into, but hey, it could mean something. Cam Ward, I mean, the first overall pick usually wins it. A quarterback usually wins it. Being able to lead your team, and I actually think that the Titans, they have a little something this year where, say they win 7 or 8 games, Cam Ward is definitely going to get this award. So, yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Cam Ward. Moving on to Defensive Rookie of the Year, my 5 finalists, obviously, Travis Hunter. I didn't have him on the offensive side of the ball, but I do have him for defense. I think he's a better corner than he is a receiver. I think he'll play a little bit more, but not a ton more corner than he will receiver. And Travis Hunter's a dog. We all know it. Abdul Carter, heading into a great situation with the Giants D-line that's already pretty stacked. He's great. Mason Graham, 5th pick out of Cleveland, Michigan. You knew what I meant. One of the best interior defensive line prospects since probably Quinnen Williams. I'd say that's fair to say. Yeah, maybe not the best in camp. Ooh, it's training camp again. Who cares? Jalen Walker, heading into a great situation in Atlanta, kind of fell. He's going to be their number 1 pass rusher. He's going to get to the quarterback. He has the athleticism. He has the ability to do that. And then Malachi Starks, heading into, again, a great situation in Baltimore. I thought he was a very pro-ready prospect, can do a lot of things. I really like Malachi Starks. But with that being said, there is one option that's better than the rest. It's actually not the highest drafted player, but it's Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's a beast. We all know it. The way that Abdul Carter is just able to use that bend mixed with that power, that athleticism, the ability to move, the ability to stuff the run with that athleticism. Abdul Carter is going to be a great player for probably a great D-line and overall a great defense in New York. So that's why I have Abdul Carter winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Next up, we've got Coach of the Year, and the thing that all 5 of these guys have in common is that it's all, if this team works out, this coach could totally win it. Ben Johnson, I mean, what if the Bears just work? What if Caleb Williams works? What if this receiving group works? What if all this works? They make the playoffs. They're a contending threat in the NFC North. He's going to get that award. Liam Cohen, what if Jacksonville works? Had a disappointing season last year. They get a new play caller. They have some places in peace. Brian Callahan, this Tennessee situation, as I said with Cam Ward, could totally be a positive one. What if they go sneak into the playoffs? He could win it. Jonathan Gannon, what if the Cardinals take that next step? What if, it could totally happen with Kyler, with the group around him? That could be a great team. And then Aaron Glenn with the Jets. What if it was all Aaron Rodgers? What if they have the talent all along and Aaron Glenn is able to maximize it out of that team? But the coach that I see succeeding, having the highest chance of doing this, and that I believe will do this, is Liam Cohen with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really like the Jacksonville Jaguars roster, especially their offense going into this year. I think the offensive line might have some problems, but they have the players. Got Travis Hunter, which is great. They're going to have a team that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. And when you get a first-year head coach with a team that people expect to be bottom of the barrel, and they're not the bottom of the barrel, that's how you get Coach of the Year, and that's why I have Liam Cohen winning this award. Then you've got Comeback Player of the Year. My 5 finalists, Dak Prescott. We saw him last year, wasn't great. Dallas especially wasn't great. He's coming back, new year, new coach, new wide receiver 2 in George Pickens. He could be great. CMC, whatever this Achilles thing is going on, what if it just heals itself? What if it's great again? And then boom, and we get prime CMC, or 2023 CMC, that was by far the best running back in football. Then he'd win this award without a doubt. But what if he's just 80% that? Then he could totally do it. Trevor Lawrence, as I said, I have high expectations for the Jags this year. I think that Trevor Lawrence, if he plays well after the shoulder, after really he's only had one good year, after kind of some down years, I guess people could say, what if Trevor Lawrence balls out? Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this is the most obvious one. What if Aaron Rodgers is good again? After the Achilles, after being 40, after basically bringing down the Jets as a one-man army possibly. What if he's just good with Pittsburgh? And then J.J. McCarthy, rookie year, torn ACL, torn meniscus maybe actually? What if he produces? And I think that that's the one that's going to happen. I have J.J. McCarthy winning Comeback Player of the Year. He's in a great system with Kevin O'Connell, has great pieces around him. Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. He's going to be in a great spot with great system to do what he needs to do. And if he's a great quarterback, the Vikings go further than people expect. Give J.J. McCarthy that Comeback Player of the Year. Moving on, we got Offensive Player of the Year, the Big Boy Awards. And the 5 finalists I have, Saquon Barkley. What if he just goes for 2,000 yards again? What's stopping him? What's stopping him from having a ridiculous season again? I know there's some tread on the tires. He could just do it. Derrick Henry, I mean, the man was the most efficient that he ever was last year. Yes, he's getting older, but it seems like he's aging just fine based on last year. Why do we see it stopping? Why don't we see him having even a better season? Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner last year. Let's not act like the defense got better. If we care about stats as much as we probably will with this award, Jamar Chase could easily walk away with the Triple Crown again. Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, the best receiver in football. Justin Jefferson just gets it done. He could totally get a ton of yards, just get a ton of targets, just pepper him the football, and then it could work. And then Lamar Jackson, sometimes there's just quarterbacks that are that good that you have to give him the award. And, I mean, Lamar Jackson could totally just be that good with the way that he played last year. And, what if he just keeps doing it with Todd Monken and that crew around him? But the guy that I actually see having the best chance here is Justin Jefferson. I have him being my Offensive Player of the Year. I love Justin Jefferson. Again, I love the Vikings system. I love Kevin O'Connell, the way that he gets the ball to his playmakers. I think if there's somebody that just gets hammered the ball, 15 targets a game, he can stay healthy, can produce, can be as consistent as he always is, Justin Jefferson can walk away with 1,800 yards in this award. I'm serious about that. Then Defensive Player of the Year. My 5 finalists, the first 2, Watt and Garrett. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, they are always in this conversation. They both have one, maybe TJ has 2, if I'm not mistaken. But they're both dogs. We all know that they're dogs. Jalen Carter, the Eagles defense could really take another step up, in my opinion. Jalen Carter's going to be the catalyst to that. If he can get to the quarterback more like the way that he did in the playoffs in the regular season, he gets the stat numbers. This is one of the best D tackles in football. But the best D tackle in football right now is Dexter Lawrence of the New York Giants. What if Dexter Lawrence does it? What if Dexter Lawrence goes the way that he was going last year before the injury? Was it 8 sacks in 7 games or something? Sexy Dexy is a beast in the interior. And then Will Anderson for the Texans. He just keeps on improving. What if he just keeps on improving and becomes a Defensive Player of the Year? That's what I think is going to happen. Will Anderson is my Defensive Player of the Year. Will Anderson, I mean, he's a beast. We all knew it. We all knew it coming out of Bama. He's a dog. Daniil Hunter on the other side. I think that he's going to get the opportunities. He's going to get to the quarterback. He's able to finish the job. I really like the Texans' defense in general. Usually they give it to a good defense overall. We saw with Surtain last year on Denver, who is definitely a top 5 defense. That team is a great defense. I really wanted to put Derek Stingley here. If there was a DB, I would have put him here, in the finalists. But yeah, Will Anderson, I have him winning this award because he's a beast. And then it's the MVP. And yeah, it's all quarterbacks. I mean, I could put a guy on here, but I don't believe in it. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a beast. We saw him last year, the most efficient season in history. He's not losing anything except maybe some tread on the tires of his running back. He's a dog. Josh Allen, we saw him win it last year. We saw what he's able to do with such little talent around him and so many rushing touchdowns that come off of a tush push. Okay, but when Hurts does it, it's not. Let's not get into that. Josh Allen's a beast. Baker Mayfield. Hey, Baker Mayfield could really just do stuff. He had 41 tugs last year. I like the Bucs. I like what they're running back. I like the ideas on the defense and the offense. If they're a good team, Baker Mayfield could totally get this award. CJ Stroud, what if the Texans are a great team? The Texans could totally be a great team. And CJ Stroud had a little bit of a sophomore slump. What if he bounces back? He has some great receivers coming in this year, even with the Tank Dell injury. And then Jaden Daniels, what if he takes that step up? Rookie to sophomore. He takes the leap instead of the sophomore slump. Maybe leads his team to a division title. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, what if that happens? But the one that's the most obvious, the one that will happen, is Lamar Jackson. I believe it was voter fatigue that he wasn't an MVP because 23 was kind of a fraudulent MVP. They just gave it to the guy, so they didn't want to give it to him again. Lamar Jackson is a beast. Lamar Jackson is unbelievable. He's unreal. In the regular season, this is a regular season award. But Lamar Jackson, he had the best passing season. He had the best season from a QB who didn't win a Super Bowl besides maybe 07 Brady, 13 man. He was a dog. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If it did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll try to get the dark background back, but the camera kept messing up with yellows coming. It was super annoying, so I just turned the light on. But yeah, peace.